Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and today I'm going to start working again on my Welcome to Sunshine Farm journal, and this is going to be made from the Sunshine Farm collection from Shabby Art Boutique for the craft room. And I have a previous video that was kind of an introduction where I showed how I was going to put it together and how I did the sheets to go inside. And you want to go back to that if you haven't watched that, and I will put a link in the description to that video. It's the one just previous to this one. Someone was having trouble sizing the elements file for this truck, and what I did was I just opened up the file, and then when I printed it, I told it to print on 8.5 by 11 paper, and it resized it to fit on that paper. And the size is 7 3/4 inches wide and 7.5 inches tall. My printer, I got a new printer, an HP printer, and it does that automatically. I don't think my old one did. So if you're having trouble resizing this, that's what I did, and that's what it came out to be. I decided to do a couple of little things on my Cricut this time. I've only used it for fussy cutting, and I wanted to put Welcome Sunshine Farm on the front, and this Sunshine Farm is already printed on the tailgate of the truck. And so I went into my Cricut files and found the word Welcome, and I went in and sized it 5.5 inches to fit on this top part right here over the flowers, and cut it out of white cardstock. And I always ink around everything. This I didn't want too much, just a touch here and there to kind of make it stand out. The ink that I use is the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. So what I've done already is glued on the Welcome and my little pearls, because you know we have to have pearls on our pink truck. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting this together and show you my thought process on that. What I decided to do, let's see, I want a little bee up here at the top, and I'm going to mount that with this foam tape. So that he'll stand up off of the paper and just show up a little bit more. And then I decided that kittens would be down at the base of the wheel, because you know how they always like to crawl around on the trucks. And I have some sunflowers that I'm going to put in behind them, and some leaves, and some lace. So I'm going to layer this, and I'll start with the sunflowers. Just kind of place them where I think I want them, so that they will stick up above the lace and the kittens. And then I want to have some lace on here, and then the kittens will go here too. So the lace I'm going to hot glue on there. Or maybe not, I didn't heat up my gun. So let me just go ahead and use this glue. It'll stick eventually. And then I'll put my little kittens on top of that. The most fun is designing the page and then sharing it with you. I hope you enjoy the videos. I tend to talk some on them and share things, and I hope that's acceptable. I want to show the process, or at least explain it in a way that you will feel comfortable, that if you want to use the same ideas, that you have adequate instruction on how to put it together. Sometimes I go ahead and put it together and then share it that way with you. Other times, like this time, I'm going to put it together on camera. Okay, so there's our leaves. And I have a flower I want to put on here. It's a sparkly flower. These come in a package from Hobby Lobby, and I get them when they're 40% off. And I'm going to glue it down right in here. And I will use my hot glue for that. It's heated up now. This will kind of stick up a little bit, but I think that's okay. I'll kind of mash it down, and then I'll fluff the petals back up. I have a bow that I've tied out of my crinkle ribbon to put down here on the edge. I think doing the covers of a journal is my favorite part. Just so that it has a pleasing look to start with, and then encourages people to look inside. So there's our cover, and what I'll do next is the inside front cover, and I'm going to go off and do that and come back, and I'll get it organized, and then I'll come back and show you. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back to do the flip side, the inside front cover. And as you know, this journal is designed for the pages to flip up this way. So since I thought it would be awkward to try to write on the top up here with the 3 rings and the bottom down here, I decided at the top I would decorate the pages and put in pockets and envelopes that would hold tags and journal cards that could be written on. This particular envelope here, I took the papers from the kit and found an envelope on my Cricut that I could actually cut out on the paper that is part of the kit. So this is one of those envelopes, and the paper is printed on both sides with the decorative part on the front, and background paper for the inside of the envelope. And I tried to fix it so that the pattern came out the way that I wanted it to show up as an envelope. So I've used the little Velcro circles to close this, and as you can see, there's a pocket here for items, and then I did a side pocket rather than a top or bottom, so that things wouldn't fall out when the cover was flipped. So first we're going to decorate our pocket, our envelope. It's glued down on these 3 sides so that there's a pocket over here and a pocket inside. And let's see, the first thing I'm going to do is put some lace across the top here. just to fill in some of that blank space and give it more of a shabby chic look. And this time I have my glue gun heated up, so I'm going to use my glue gun. This lace is polyester or something, and it just doesn't want to stick with regular glue. It does eventually, but it takes a while pressing on it. And I'll cut off these ends here in a minute. Okay. The next thing I have designed is the flap of the envelope, and I'm just going to use the word sunflowers and one of our little tiny stamps. So let me get my other glue. And I inked around the edges of everything again, as I described before. Okay, so there's the flap of the envelope, and then on the bottom I have a hand-dyed little lace doily I wanted to use. Try to make sure I get it on the right side. And I'm going to put this on here, so I want to make sure that I place this so that this will fit down below the Velcro. So there's where I want my doily, and I'm not going to glue this part right here down because I want to be able to slide something into the side. So let me get this glued down. And really, I'm just tacking it down because it doesn't have to be flat glued in every part to the page. Okay, and then the next thing I'll do is glue my little "You Are My Sunshine" down. This is like an embroidery hoop. You know, down on the farm, I imagine that there are lots of homemakers who love to stitch, and this would be a beautiful piece of stitchery. I love to stitch. We had an orange grove, and I worked all day long selling fruit, and then I would go in the evening and sit and crochet or stitch. So I think that's very appropriate. Okay, now I have the things to go inside the pocket. And I have just chosen one of the little postcards and a square. And then this is one of the tags, and I had to cut off the bottom so that it would fit inside. So these just tuck down in this pocket, and then that way they can be removed and written on and then put back in, so that this top part can still be used as a journal, but you don't have to write actually on the page. Those go inside, and then for the side pocket, I've chosen this tag. And I'm going to tie a little ribbon on here for decoration, and also so that it doesn't get missed when you're going through the journal, that you know there's a tag in that pocket. And it's also printed on the back with the yellow gingham. And since I didn't glue this down right here, it just slides right in. Okay, so there's our inside front cover. And by putting this pocket on here, I also stabilize the front some more. Give it a little more thickness so that it doesn't bend. I'm hoping I'll be able to stand this up when I'm done. Okay, so there's our inside we're working upside down actually. So this is the top, but it flips up, so that makes it the bottom. So this is the front, and then this is the inside front cover. I like for there to be ribbons so that, when we finish this, there'll be ribbons and lace hanging out on the sides here. I didn't want to cover up too much of the front, so we can still tell it's a truck. Okay, I think I will decorate one more page on this video, and then we'll be done for a little bit. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back to do the first page of the journal. And while I said that we would write on the bottom, this page had so much pretty on it that I decided just to decorate it. And we have our writing space at the top. So what I'm going to do is use just a little piece of the doily that I used on this inside front cover. I had one little piece I had to cut off. So I'm going to glue that down. And then I have this piece of green that's a real delicate lace. And I'm going to kind of squish it up down here at the bottom. So I'll put my glue down, and then hopefully I can squish this up and just stick it on there. Okay, that's good enough. And I'm going to put the word sunshine on here. And a butterfly. And I had this pre-made bow off of something, so I'm gonna put this up here at the top. I save everything. I really can't throw much away anymore. Okay, so that's our first page in the journal. And I just think it's beautiful to introduce the journal in this way. And then we'll see what happens as it develops. But this gets mounted on the 3 rings that I showed you in the first video. You'll flip this up and see this, and then this will be right under it. And I'll have to turn it this way to show it to you, I guess. Beautiful entry to the journal. That's all I'm going to do this time, and I'm going to show you something I bought that I think you might be interested in before I close this video out. So hang on just a minute, and I'll show you that, and then I'll close it out. I found this cart on Amazon, and it was on sale during Prime Days. And all this stuff that you see on it was sitting all around me on my desk, and I had like a 12 by 12 spot to work in. And then I had moved over to the table where I do my filming to actually put things together. So I needed to do something. This cart is metal. So easy to put together, and I love the pink, and I think it comes in white also. In the middle, well, in all of the levels, I have put my little baskets that I get at Hobby Lobby and a Dollar Tree or somewhere, that's full of my little stuff. So in the top here, I have ribbons and my cheesecloth and lace, larger pieces, and some rolls of ribbon. You can see what I have there. And if I want to pull this out and take it over to where I'm working, I can just pull that little box out. And the same way with these down here. These are all my little pieces and parts that I save of lace. And back here is little pieces of paper. And then down here I have my embellishments that are the sparkly and the pearls. And then this has ribbons and other larger pieces of embellishments. And they're all in baskets, so I can pull them out and use them if I want to. I just wanted to share that with you because I can just roll this over beside me, work on the table, and this is kind of beside me, and I can just turn around and not have to get up and not have all this stuff in my way. So I wanted to share that with you today. So what we've worked on today is such a beautiful piece, and I will be back to do several more pages with you as time goes along. It seems like with the gardens and everything that it's just taken me an awful lot of time watering gardens every day and doing the other things I have to do. But I hope to get back to this, stay on it this week and get it finished up. So in the next couple of days you'll see another video. So in the meantime, please try to be kind to everyone. And we have a tendency now to be offended and react to every single little thing. And that is so unhealthy for us and for the other people that have to listen to us. I mean, it's okay to have an opinion, but we've kind of gone on overboard, I think. So I have lots of opinions that I wouldn't share with everybody because I don't want to cause a controversy. So I hope you will have a sunshiny day and bless all those around you that you see along the way. And I'll be back before you know it. See you soon.